All right, so we've got roll out drop punts. So on this one, we want to go roll out left, kick left with some good hang time.
With hang time?
Yeah, with hang time. Nice. Good job, 50 yards. So you see with Jack's technique, like we're trying to get him to get as much power as he can into it, and that's done by like kind of getting the hips wrapping around it. So probably pull that one a little bit inside. Let's try and get it outside the numbers. All right, so hit the point a bit too much on that one. So point really has not much give. So Jack knows that, needs to lean it back a little bit. You get better impact hitting a bit of a softer part of the ball. All right, same thing, lean the ball back a bit, get that height. Nice. Okay, let's go one more. Yep. So you're kind of coming around and then ending up quite straight. Wrap your hips around it. And again, so instead of pulling it down the field, pull it outside the numbers. So you just need to change your angle a little bit, get around. Good. All right, 45 yards. Okay, let's grab that one over there, and then we'll go roll left, kick left, but we're going to keep it low. So you might see a difference here. Instead of Jack kind of popping up, he's going to punch out, and you'll see him land on his kicking foot. So coming across, it'll be like a little punch, aiming to keep the ball low and letting it kick on. So keeping it away from the returner. So really punch through it. Oh yeah. Yeah, lovely. Great hit. So that's gone 55, 60 yards, it's rolled on. Do it again, and you would have seen like that, just that, not much of a follow through, it's just that punching through it. Yeah, not too bad. Pulled a little bit inside, but 55 yards. Good job, mate. How you feeling? Good. Let's get your insight. So what do you think when you go through these kicks?
I try not to rush them, but really trying to just focus on getting my body in the right position.
Yep.
I find when I pull them off the wrong way, normally my body is the reason for that.
Okay.
And same thing goes with like contact. It's normally comes down to my ball drop. So
yep.
I know straight away that if the nose has come down, I can feel that contact off my foot. So
yeah, awesome. All right, let's go. So now we're going over to the left hash, and we're going to pull it across our body, across the field kick. So let's go, same with keeping it low. So the returner is going to be face up on Jack, and being a left footer, he's probably going to start to come out this way. And then as Jack pulls across, he's going to keep it away from him that he can't really get to it, with the hopes that it kind of kicks on, getting good distance on it. So not too worried about hang time. Nice. Great little punch through it. Probably pulled it across a bit too much. You see now it's just drifted out. So you can kind of straighten it up a little bit, just on the outside of those numbers. Ooh, slipped. You okay?
Yeah.
So we'll go two more. Nice and controlled, get the hips around it. Yeah, nice. Okay, so it's landed 50 plus yards and has kicked on to the back net, which is about 70 yards away. So the returner's not really going to get that, and if he does, he's chasing it the other way. Your teammates are going to get to that. Do you want to go high or keep it low?
Either way.
Okay, let's go. Maybe we'll just break it down a little bit. So maybe we'll get some footage more from the front angle, but you'll see Jack's steps somewhat stay the same. The concept is to get the hips around it and keep it somewhat similar to what your going left kicks are like.
Yep.
But you might feel like you do need to narrow it a little bit because you've got to like work it so far across the field. A couple of like key points which you've been doing really well is because we're not going straight on, we're coming around on an angle. That ball needs to match it. You're doing that really well. So often when it's upright, that's when we undercut it and we have those issues.
Yeah.
So I talked before about getting the ball leaning back. So you've got that orientation of the ball, but then you've also got side tilt as well. So let's see if we can come over here from the front. No, you stay there, yep. And you're gonna kick right over cameraman. And we'll see that ball angle. Okay, so a little bit pointy. Come over here, birdie. Yeah, come over here, come back a little bit, just so Jack's got room. Yeah, so match the angle, but probably that little bit pointy one. Still going 45 plus yards. What do you think? Is there anything that you feel like we haven't touched on that you might help benefit people from?
I think a lot of it is like just trying to get your rhythm down pat. I find when I miss-hit balls, my rhythm's gone out of whack with my feet.
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to practice just to be consistent with my steps and then trust that I'm going to get the ball in the right spot.
Yeah.
That's definitely been a big thing for me. Yeah, when I have my bad days, it's like my rhythm's just all over the place.
Yeah, gotcha. So I think when I played, like at LSU, it was very much regimented, like had to be the same amount of steps, had to have that.
Yeah.
And I think that can be beneficial to help you be consistent, but then there's also that naturalness of just like getting it and whatever happens, happens. And that's kind of what I was able to do when I played at West Virginia, was have a bit more freedom. And our shield, it didn't just move across and stop. It kind of just kept going, which you might see at other guys at college. So gave me the freedom to kind of control the ball, feel the rush. If they're not rushing, hold on to it longer. Yeah. And that's the whole benefit of these kicks is it gives time for your teammates to run down the field. Yeah. So yeah, it just could depend on like with the steps, kind of like either if you find it helps you with your consistency to do that.
I think just like trying to get a really good rhythm, then at least when I get into a situation where maybe the snap's not where I wanted it or where I'd hoped for it to be, I can then adjust and my body just naturally goes back to that muscle memory of getting myself back to where I need to be. So I think, just trying to like be consistent, but then obviously, being able to go with the flow when things may not come out the way that you expect it on the snap or whatever it may be.
I think you've been great at that. And it's just kind of, with the more reps that you do, then the more comfortable you feel. Doesn't matter kind of where the ball is, if your hands are clean, where that snap is. If your hands are clean and you know that you've got the ability to generate the power in your hips, match the ball angle, get a lean back. You can put it wherever you want. Yeah. Nice work, brother.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe.